keep an eye on the
Yeah,
entries.
I definitely will. I would definitely. Thank you. Okay. Well, we're going to get started tonight's excited. First, we're going to just take about 5-10 minutes, and I'm going to get some feedback from those of you that attended either Live Alive corporate training or the Golden Grind training. I think everybody on here attended Golden Grind via Zoom. So I would love to get your feedback. What were your takeaways from that, or anything that you may have implemented, but what's really stuck with you? But then I also know that Julia and Stella Lachey Way attended Live Alive. So I just want to give y'all a few minutes to, and don't have to be anything, just simple takeaway or what you've implemented that you find working or what inspired you. So Julia or Stella, do you have anything you want to share about Live Alive?
Nicole did the virtual as well.
Oh, my bad. Yes, thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah. I think mine just goes back to the basics that I already knew that I needed to be doing and that I've always known, but it's just a matter of doing it. So I think, it's just mostly, it just goes back to the same thing, the stuff that I need to be doing consistently, because that's what's going to make the difference. And I know that. And so knowing it and doing it, two different things. But I actually sent messages today, and that is not my thing.
Yay!
You know that I do not do that. And so
yes.
when I messaged you today, and I was like, I need verbiage, and I'm like, she's gonna know. She's gonna know.
Okay, so how she's gonna know? Were you afraid I was gonna like follow up with you and ask you how it went?
Well, I figured you would, but I only see it like a couple, but I have a list of like 10 that I'm like, I've got to message them in the next couple days. So, because I gotta book some freaking parties, and I'm not gonna get no parties booked.
They're waiting for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, that's my thing. I need to be more consistent, and it just solidified more. I think that I need to be more consistent with my goal setting and just all of my business practices. So that's what I got out of it.
Kudos to you for venturing out.
Yes.
And it is about the basics. It's always about the basics. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Piper is having a shit fit. Will you keep going? I'm gonna be right back.
Okay. We got you.
It's not loud for us.
But she needs the attention is what she's demanding. She has to be checked on. She's a literal princess. Lachey or Nicole, what were your Live Alive takeaways? I think Lachey's got spotty service. Nicole, you got anything you want to share?
Well, it was really good content, and yeah, I did it all in the hotel, so I had to rewatch it because I wasn't 100% distraction free, but it definitely helped me, with some of the organization stuff and some of the things that I don't regularly do is like reaching out to people, message them. I have not been able to work my business as I have in the previous months because of this move. So I do have my business, my office set up now, and once that is all done, then I'm like 100% on my game again.
Awesome. I know it's a crazy time in transition and limbo with the move like that. So I applaud you for attending from your hotel.
I hated doing that because I made a connection with this lady, but she vacuumed really loud, so then I couldn't hear anything while I was while she was vacuuming. and I don't do well with distractions. And I hate that my husband is not home because now I have to put their food in the oven, which is stuff that I can't eat. And then I have to go upstairs and, and then I finally get to be 100% in the meeting. But man, I hate this. Usually I demand that time for me and say, you watch these kids because that is my business and, important and whatnot. But yeah, he's not here. So he's not going to be for another 20 minutes.
You do a very good job demanding that time, I will say. But we understand that it is 4:20 for you. So I'm glad you're here. And thank you for being here. And yeah, if you feel, your background's distracting, just pop it off and listen as you can. We know you've got life. So thanks for being here.
No problem.
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Okay, we want to jump to Golden Grind.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, anybody wants to share anything that they took away or has made a difference in them from Golden Grind? We'd love to hear from you. It needs to be in the chat, that's fine, but anything at all?
I know I personally loved Sarah Hanman's content. The Invest talking about time management, which is a fallacy, self-management, and the her itemized calendar I really love. My team especially knows that I continue to have growth opportunities in calendar management. So I have literally been taught a version of that system no less than 15 times, and I appreciate it every single effing time I hear it all, because it's like you get something different every time, and something, sometimes you need to hear the same thing said by 75 different people 1,000 different times before you're actually going to implement. So I really enjoyed that.
I really enjoyed hearing Shannon, and I've heard her talk about the wellness wheel, but there's some additional things in there that were really validating for me and reassuring, but also challenging and encouraging me in my kind of in my overall wellness journey, choosing that daily. So that was really good. Good for me to hear. Anybody else?
So I really enjoyed Beth's demo. So I took out of all the classes, like that's the one I wrote the most notes on.
Yeah.
Like she had so many good one-liners that I'd never heard before. Like the whole, when you're using the skinny dip, the sandwich where it's body wash, dial, and I was like, that shit is fucking great. So, and also about the shave and saying you don't want your jaguar to get lost in the jungle. So I don't know. I always say, normally I say, if you want the tree to look bigger, you got to trim the bush, but it just gave me something different.
Yeah.
So.
I also, at my party Saturday, I found that I naturally was implementing so many of the things I saw her do. And without even thinking about it, just like it just registered as better than what I had been doing. And it was cool. Like the bundle thing. And I love her, most ladies at my party go home with all 3 of these. This is the triple threat. That type of thing is like giving them permission to go ahead and get all 3 items is just brilliant.
She said the most ladies thing for years, and it works. And I've not been consistent with it, but it is powerful because when you say most ladies, I'm like, bitch, I'm most ladies.
Right. I ain't no fucking outlier here.
Or say my average, whatever. I'm like, bitch, I'm above average. What are you talking about? Average person spends this. I ain't average. I'm gonna outspend that shit. That's what I would do. I'd be like, bitch ain't average. Anyway.
I love it.
All right. What else? Who else? What y'all take
I
away?
did
Hang on.
print off the bundles, the 5 deals from Beth. I did print
Good.
that off and took it at a party on Saturday, and they loved that. And this is a new group of people, so it was very comical. And I did use some of her one-liners, and they were dying. So those orders are still rolling in. Thank you. very much.
I'll be
Good.
seeing them, Marcia. Go,
Let's
girl.
go. Way to go, Marshmallow. That's awesome. And it's fun when we have new stuff to say because we're having fun. Like it revitalizes, re-energizes.
Yeah,
You
for
can say
sure. I mean, it was it felt rejuvenating for me because I haven't had an in-home party since December, I think. So I was like, oh my gosh, I still have it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's like riding a bike. Yeah.
Way to kick off 2020 with a big old bang.
2022.
Oh shit. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
We'll let it pass.
Thank you.
Love you, mean it. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Golden grind. I'm excited to say, or we're excited to say there's going to be another golden grind in June. So we're going to do one again in 6 months. So we're going to do on the 2nd Sunday of June. So that'll be exciting. We'll have that again. And we've discussed things that we know that we can up our game at and do better, especially for Zoomers at this next one. So as far as y'all being able to see each slide as it comes up. So we're excited to be able to hopefully just get better with this and look at doing something like this every 6 months. So yeah.
Very exciting.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to turn it over here to Miss Beth Ray, and she is going to talk to us about expanding our audience. I'm going to say hi to Katrina that's joined us. I have not welcomed her. Welcome, Katrina.
Hi, Katrina.
Glad you're with us.
Katrina is Lachey's team member.
That's right. Yes. Welcome.
Glad you're here. This is going to be perfect for you, Katrina. So this may be double dipping for some of us, but as we mentioned, a lot of stuff is better comprehended. What am I looking for? When we see it many times. So I am going to talk to you guys about expanding your audience. And we are so blessed, y'all, because we have access to this incredible content because Cindy was a trainer for the Live Alive, a snowed out trainer, but a trainer nonetheless. Yay. Thank you for making this available for us, Cindy. This is just incredible content.
Yeah,
So
let's not tell anybody.
Give me
let's just
just
keep
mum's
it
the word, Goldie.
Mom's the word. Yeah.
Mum's the word. Yeah, they ain't just out here giving away national content. So let's keep this under wraps. So ladies, let me know by a show of hands. Give me a represent if you would like your audience, if you would like to know more women to talk to Pyramids about. Is that you? That's definitely me. I love my audience, but I'm always excited. Like Marcia said, it's always nice to see some new faces, to see some fresh meat, if you will, if that's not being too animalistic. So I am excited to share with you guys some tips and tricks for how to reach out, different methods to reach out, different ways to gravitate those new women clients into your funnels. So we're going to talk about several different things. And if you would, ladies, I would like for you all to go ahead and grab a pen and paper. I need you to have a physical pen and a physical piece of paper. We're going to jot a couple things down. The other thing I would like for you to be ready to do is to take screenshots. Now, this is going to be recorded, so you can always reference back. But if you go ahead and get the screen grabs of the information that speaks to you, then you'll have it and you're good to go. There are a bunch of QR codes that are going to lead you directly to the content on our training website. So this shit is golden. Oh, not not even a Golden Girls joke. It's just the really good stuff. So, okay. We're going to talk about the difference between leads, prospects, and clients, because I know we use all these words, and sometimes I can get foggy. We're going to talk about ways to jog your memory and help you expand your contact list. I'm going to be telling you guys different ways to reach out to your leads. And we have scripts and scenarios to provide to you. So this is something I get asked for a lot. Okay, but how do I do, you know, okay, I'm in the grocery store, but then what? You know, okay, but how do I apply this in real life? This is going to help us with that. And then I have a few additional tips and tricks to help you attract business into your pockets. Sound good? Oh my God, it sounds so good. Yes, okay. Okay, so leads versus prospects versus clients. A lead is a human that you know. A lead is a human. A lead is a person that you know. You don't know if they're going to love pure romance or hate pure romance, and it is definitely not up to you to determine it, okay? A lead is a person you know. And women, obviously, are our bread and butter, but y'all know we sell to men as well. So a lead is someone you know. A prospect is somebody who shows interest in pure romance. So you meet somebody at the grocery store, you start a conversation, she becomes a lead, okay? When you say, actually, have you ever heard of pure romance? And she goes, yes, love pure romance. That is a prospect, okay? Does that make sense? If I get foggy anywhere, y'all throw it in the comments or unmute and holler at me. And then a client is somebody who has directly supported your business. This is a hostess, a customer, or a team member. All right. So that's the difference in those three, you guys. And this the information we cover will help you figure out where to put, what category to put people in. So how do you come up with the people to put in the categories? There are a few different ways that are pretty easy, pretty tried and true. And this is where we're going to need the pen and paper. Everybody got your pen and paper ready? Y'all ready? Nicole, I see we got you at your desk. Okay. Okay. Assuming everybody's ready, we are going to take 2 minutes to actualize, because with any like teaching opportunity, it's always nice to walk away with something tangible. So that's what we're going to do today. I want you all to think about women that you know, or that you kind of know, or that your mom and them knows. Think about the names of women in your circle or in your people's circles. It could be a past hostess, it could be a past team member, it could be a client, it could be somebody who you're too scared to tell about pure romance, it could be somebody who you assume isn't going to like pure romance. I want you to think about all these names, and I'm going to set a timer, and we are going to, have y'all ever brain dumped? You just write down without judgment, without any preconceived notions, what's in your brain. We're going to brain dump names. Okay. Everybody, does that make sense? Okay. So, and I know we did this at Live Alive. You can't really do this too much. So Julia, you were talking about, you need to be messaging people, you need to get the parties booked. Hey girl, let's do that shit. Okay. Okay. So let me set my alarm. I just got a new phone. It's beautiful. Let me find a clock here. And okay. Okay. 2 minutes and go. Write down the names of all the women you can think of.
Hey, Beth.
Yes, ma'am.
Trisha McCarter just joined us. Will you
Oh, yeah.
Give her a look.
Okay, so y'all keep writing. Hey, Trisha. Trisha, go ahead and grab a pen and a paper. A pen and a paper. And give me a thumbs up when you've got that, Trisha. You got a pen and paper, Trisha? Okay, take a second to finish up that last name or two that you are jotting down. And then do a quick count. Count and see how many you got. Do a count and see how many you got. And then in the chat, go ahead and write how many you got. Ooh, 29. Who is on fire? Lachey, look at 29 leads for you, Lachey. 1427. Yes, ladies, yes. So the point of this, and what I really want y'all to wrap your head around, is the power of 120 seconds. 18. Way to go, Cindy. 12. Yes, Christina. The power of taking 2 minutes and being intentional about it to see what you can come up with. I wrote down a girl, and then I wrote down a homegirl's mom, because I can't remember her name, but I know I can figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So we got a lot of connections, and our connections have connections. There are a lot of ways to work this. So I applaud you guys for joining in on this exercise, and I want y'all to take this contact list and use it. And I'm going to teach you exactly how to use it. Okay. So yay. Can we all just do let's do a virtual wave. I'll start for ourselves. Yeah. Excellent. That came pretty good on my screen. I don't know how it hit y'all, but that was good for me. Okay. Go balls. That was fun. Yay, 2 minutes. Y'all killed that. Way to go. All right. Okay, so that is one way just to jog your brain and think about women you can add to your contact list. Okay, and we're thinking about our contact list. I want you to think about those leads and the prospects for a second. Y'all know that it's like you see them at like arcades and at like Ripley's places, those big penny swirly things. Y'all know what I'm talking about? You put a penny in and it swirls for literally ever until it gets all the way to the bottom. If you put 1 penny in, you've got a child entertainment scenario for like 5 minutes. But if you put 20 pennies in, they all go down quicker, right? They all hit the bottom more quickly, right? So leads are just like that. This is a numbers game, you guys. So if you think, okay, I'm going to message 1 person today, well, it's going to take longer for you to find that 1 lead that turns into a prospect, right? But if you say, okay, I'm going to come up with some great verbiage, and I'm going to message 20 people today, then the leads turning into prospects, that funnels out quicker. Does that make sense? So think about your leads are pennies, okay? Okay, I swear I muted this too. You know what? Come on to leadership, ladies. Anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. Okay. So yeah, think about the pennies when you think about messaging people. The more the better, the quicker you're going to get business in your lap. All right. The who do you know form is another incredible way to get some people on your brain. Y'all familiar with the who do you know form? I hope the Passion Posse is familiar with this form. When I feel like I'm stagnant in my business and I really just need to talk to some new people, this is my first go-to. This is what I pull out. And then the other one that I pull out, and if you want access to this, y'all go ahead and snap the QR code. This will take you right to the form on our training.puromance.com site. And the other one that I pretty much print off at the same time, if I'm printing off Who Do You Know, is the 40 guests in 4 minutes. And now this is perfect for your hostess packet. And I put this in my hostess packets when I do them. Growth Opportunities for Pure Romance by Beth Ray, for sure. This is literally a 4-minute practice that you can end up with 40 names for. Okay. And we are the Pure Romance partner, but in our business, we very much are the hostesses. So this is a great resource for you too. So snap that QR code. And this is one of my favorite things. Anybody love an acronym? I could just go crazy about an acronym. I love a good acronym. So I want y'all to be frank when you're thinking about growing your business. Be frank, okay? You're going to look at friends, people that have been friends or are friends, okay? Don't hesitate to write down homegirl from 14 years ago, all right? She still knows your name. You still know her name. Let's not forsake that. Relatives, anybody related to you or has been related to you. Divorce don't mean that she doesn't still shower, all right? Acquaintances, this is anybody that you interact with. So this is like my favorite category of frank, because these are people that you do business with, right? That you like rub elbows with. Maybe you don't know her, you don't know anything about her, but she cuts your hair hella good. That's an acquaintance, right? You're a banker, the woman the barista at Starbucks, your nail tech, right? The people who you interact with, but aren't in your day-to-day life. And then the N is your neighbors. And this again is your current neighbors and your previous neighbors. Anybody who's ever lived beside you. And I love this because I was thinking earlier about, when I was living on campus, I was a busybody. I'm going to do a 2-minute drill just for neighbors from the University of Tennessee, because I'd be talking to all of them. And then the K is kids connections. So this is anybody that you're connected to through kids. So your kids' friends' moms, your kids' teachers, the soccer coach's wife, whatever. If you don't have kids like me, that K you can turn into a C. Okay. And that C becomes coworkers. So any coworkers that you've ever had in your life. So Frank is not just today. We got past, present, and future Frank. Frank will work for you. Let him be Frank. I don't know. I'm taking it a little too far. Y'all get it though, right? Frank will work for you. Let Frank work for you. Anybody ever heard of this or tried this before? Ashley, I'm sure you've seen this. Yeah. This is just tried and true, y'all. Tried and true. So when you're feeling forlorn and you're feeling down, I've just given you 4 methods that you can use to rattle your brain for some new women to reach out to. Now, let me provide you with step 2. I think this is next. It's not, but it's coming. I'm going to tell you what to say to him too, y'all. This shit's going to get really good. Okay. So take your frank and multiply it. I want you to frank your frank. Frank is becoming a very dirty word for me. Okay. So your friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, and coworkers, they also have friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, and coworkers, right? So this comes back to kind of the referral thing that I really hit on in the network portion of our golden grind. It's not just about who you know, it's about who the people you know. So this hits me hard. This is like, y'all know how the umbrella of Pure Romance works. I got a circle, but every single part of my circle has their own circle. That shit is exponential, y'all. There are so many women out here just waiting for us to reach out to them and change their lives, okay? If they want to be, you know. So Jana's husband is James. This is just an example. And through James, she knows Alicia and Georgia, maybe James's sisters, right? And James works with Kathy, and Kathy's bestie is Amy. So just thinking about the women that James knows and interacts with, Jana now has 4 new leads, right? Now she can think about James's brother, Craig, and his wife, Sonia, right? So now she has another lead that she knows through James. So this may not be her friend, right, or her direct relative, but these people know her people. So y'all see how that works? And when you're thinking about who is your James, I want y'all to think about the person or persons. I think most of us can name 2 people that are in our corner no matter what the hell we're doing. Like, hey, I'm jumping off a bridge, you coming? Yeah, girl, ride or die, right? We've all got a person or 2 that are in our corner that are going to support us. Those are the people that you say, hey, give them 2 glasses of wine and then sit them down and do this 2-minute exercise and have them write down women. Okay. You've got people in your corner that will do that, y'all. Think outside of the box here. Our circles have circles. Frank. Okay. Does that make sense? Any questions? Let me check the chat here. Frank's family tree. You know that's right. Lachey. You get it, girlfriends. You get it. Okay. So the different ways to hit the people that become your leads, your prospects that are becoming warm are your leads. How do we get to them? There are a lot of different ways to hit people, y'all, and people prefer to be contacted in different ways, right? You guys know that my preferred method of communication is my business text or Facebook Messenger, right? Cindy's preferred method of communication is email or business text, right, Cindy? Individuals all have their preferred methods of communication. So I will not give up on a person until I've reached out to them 2 different ways. Okay, that's just a PR by BR rule of thumb. If I text you and you don't text back, that's cool. You ain't hurting my feelings. I'm gonna Facebook message you as well. I just am. And we're not gonna hurt her feelings. She's a grown-ass woman. Okay, if she doesn't want me to contact her, she'll tell me that. I'll respect it and we'll move on. But all of these methods are great ways to hit people. Voice messaging is always a pro move because they can feel your energy. Y'all know that if we're smiling when we're on the phone, you can literally hear the smile. Put a smile on your face and send a voice message and ask homegirl how her day is. How is kid number 3's soccer camp going? You know, inquire about her life. Ask her legitimate, sincere, genuine questions. Get to know her, create that connection. And then, of course, social media. I know a bunch of you guys are on the Tickety Talk. How's that going for y'all? Thumbs up. Yeah. Okay. All right. Keep at it, ladies. Keep at the multiple methods. That's the winning formula. Okay. And now we've come up with all these people and all these ways to reach out to them. And now what are we going to say? I love verbiage. I don't know if you guys know, but I love to talk at some people. And this is a tried and true building block method that I learned really early in my business. I'm pretty sure this was the Faulknerism. So when you're reaching out to somebody, did y'all know every single human's favorite word in any language? Y'all know this one? You've heard us say this, right? It's their name. Thank you. That's right. It's their name. So you want to start by saying her name, because if you send me a hey girl message, I ain't even reading it. Okay. You didn't even think about me when you sent it. You copy and pasted that shit. So go ahead and be sure, this is foundational, y'all. Always put her name in the message you're sending. The only way I don't do this, guys, is if we've had a conversation in the last 3 hours. Honestly, if I've not spoken to her in 6 hours, I'm gonna say her name again. Or if I'm following up on a combo, I might say, hey, I really always am gonna say her name again though. So, hey, Ashley, exclamation mark. We are so excited to be reaching out to you. Let's explain it, okay? The next sentence should end with a period. So what are you referencing? What are you reaching out for? It's been a few months since you ordered your conditioning shaving cream. That final sentence is going to be a question. We need to leave her with a question. Question indicates call to action, response. A question means I'm asking for a response. So, hi, Lynn, it's been a few months since you ordered your conditioning shaving cream. Is it time for a refill? She's going to end, she's going to say personalized, awesome, shaving cream. That's right. She needs to know if I need more. Let's respond. That makes sense? We're all humans. We're all consumers. If you were hit with this, would you respond? Yes or no? That's what I want you to think about and ask yourself. Anytime I'm messaging somebody, I read it back and I say, would I respond to this message? And I'm an outlier, I'm gonna hit, if she's running a small business, I'm gonna hit homegirl back. But, think about if you'd respond. So any verbiage you have formatted around this, start with that exclamation mark and include her name, sentence with a period, and then a question mark. Okay. So when you are engaging in face-to-face interactions, the grocery store is really a place that I have scored probably a handful of clients that have led to, umbrellas of thousands and thousands of dollars of retail for me over the years. And it's easy to interact with women. Like my go-to, y'all, is compliments. And this is easy because there's no woman in the world that doesn't like a compliment. Okay. If you have the ability to be sincere, come up with a compliment, make it real, find something you like about her. Maybe she has well-mannered children. Mothers love to hear that, right? Wow, your kids are so well-mannered. You're doing a great job, mom. Like moms don't hear that shit enough. So if her kids are well-mannered, always go for that one. But you like her shoes or shirt, she has something in her cart as she's checking out that you want to try. Oh, is that good? I've thought about trying that myself. Strike up a conversation, be natural. And after you've developed a connection, after she's talked back, you've had a convo, you've had a paragraph of conversation, bring it back around to, hey, I actually own a small business designed for women like us. And then what you do next, y'all, is ask if she's open to connecting. Okay, we're going to ask for permission. Now, you can hand her a business card. That's an option for sure. That is not best practice in my mind. I like to ask, are you open to staying connected? And when you smile and you're nodding, when you ask that, are you open to staying connected? She physically almost can't say no. If you are nodding and smiling, she can almost not say no. Okay, so she's going to say yes, and then you're going to get her information. What this does when you ask for her info is it takes the pressure off of her. It puts the ball in your court, okay? You're not asking her to do work to connect with you. That's not easy for her. That's not going to leave a really delightful taste in her mouth, right? You take the ownership of doing the work to connect and hit her on social media, get her phone number, tell her that you're going to shoot her a message so you can stay connected and, whatever. And then you have her information so that you can reach out and follow up and actualize that lead, turn that lead into a prospect, or that prospect into a client. Okay. Does that make sense? The getting her information thing. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, thanks. Okay. So if you are, what does this say up here? I can't remember. If you're reviving a cold lead, somebody that said before, oh, can y'all see this window on the screen? My actual Zoom window with the faces. Can y'all see that, or is that just me? Okay, cool. Because it's like in the way, so I want y'all to be able to read. Okay. If you were trying to revive a cold lead, somebody who said, somebody you met and said you want to have a party, and she said not right now, maybe later, and you've not hit her up in 3 or 4, 6 months, whatever. I go back years. Like if the homegirl said she'd have a party 3 years ago, she'll be hearing from me. Okay. No shame. You can get back in by saying, hey, we have this thing going on. We have this update. You won't believe what Pure Romance is doing now. We're about to launch new products. And I remembered that you wanted to have a party. This is a perfect time. So then you're going to do the ask, right? Start with, hey, her name, exclamation mark, the sentence that explains what you're doing, and then the ask. Are you ready to set up that party and have a fun ladies' night with your girls? Or is getting a business started with Pure Romance something you're still considering, right? So go for the ask. And there's the only harm in cold leads is not reaching back out to them, y'all. If she said yes once, she's very likely to say yes again. Go for it. All she can do is say no, and then that no gets you one step closer to a yes. Y'all wouldn't believe how much I celebrate no's. I love no's, y'all. I love a no. I love a no. Every single no gets me that much closer to the yes. It's going to bring me literally thousands of dollars worth of business. All right. Because that yes, and then she has friends that say yes. It's the Frank, it's the umbrella, the spider web. Y'all get it. Y'all get it. Okay, this one, I want everybody to go ahead and grab this screenshot with this QR code, because I just showed y'all an example of a couple scripts. This document on the training site actually has like 10 scripts. So you can absolutely copy and paste these. You can copy, paste, edit, tweak to make it sound like you. There is no scenario that you can think about with a lead or prospect that is not outlined here how to reach out to them. So if you say, I just don't know what to say, I'm no longer accepting that. That's an excuse. Okay. Here is what to say. This is exactly what to say. You've got it right in front of you. I mean, wow, pure romance. Sorry, that came out so effing harsh. I'm sorry, you guys. You know what I mean. I say it with love. I say it with love. Warm leads, cold leads, engaged leads, all of it. It tells you all the things for what to say. How are we on time? I hid my phone. Oh, I think we're doing great. Nice. Yes. Okay, fabulous. Okay. So there are some additional ways to attract business, you guys. And this is just like thinking outside of the box. And since we have a little extra time, at the end, I'm going to ask you guys if you can think of anything else. But these are some tips from the top. The best place to get a lead is at parties. Okay. If they are attending an in-person party or a virtual party, they're already a prospect. They're already interested in pure romance, right? So that's the best possible place to get a lead. If they're in your VIP group, if they're in your women's community, hopefully they want to be there and they've not just been force added. And, today, they should have chosen to be there. So that's a great way to build business and expand your client audience. Birthday messages. Show of hands. Who does birthday messages right now? Ooh, you guys. Ooh, you're on it. I'm showing my hands, but I don't. I never have. And now I'm blushing about it because every single person other than me does. So, okay, Beth's going to get on that. Perfect. Product testers. Product testers are tons of fun. Y'all done product testers? Show of hands. Who's done product testers before? Yes, amazing. This is a great boost for business. And with products coming out constantly, this is a really great way to continually grow business. Then you've got your vendor events, virtual vendor events, and then in-person vendor events. I know I have 3 in-person vendor events scheduled for this month. February is obviously a good time to make that happen. But virtual vendor events can be really incredible. And there are lots of resources for how to do that too. And then community groups and pure romance gear. Okay. So for virtual parties, Miss Tiffany Ransom, our like resident girl crush, probably for all of us, is fabulous. Who is familiar with Tiffany's virtual party recipe? Has anybody actually implemented her recipe? You have, Marcia? Can you share how this worked for you?
Yeah, I started it last year when I found the group, and I just updated my videos.
Great.
So yeah, it was crazy. I definitely want to update my videos again, but I've done 5 parties with that method, all in January. Were they all like super huge? No, but I've gotten so many leads off of that and those groups. Awesome. So it's helped me, in my opinion. That way I'm not like sitting here trying to do everything at one time on 5 different parties. And so I started using that Visly or something like that to do my group. Yes. Yeah. So I was like, I started that. So that worked out beautifully for me. So I was sitting there like, I've got 5 parties going. I'm doing nothing other than just answering questions. So it was great.
That is great.
Definitely.
Did you find that when you put your nose to the grindstone and chose to implement this party recipe, it was simple?
Yeah, it's super simple. It flows great. There are a couple of things to update with graphics, but I'm glad that I found it when I did, and I'm glad that I watched her last. I know what she was on last, but she's on something recently, one of the training. And so I watched, that. And so I was like, okay. So I started doing, and I read more into the PowerPoints that she had versus just what's on the group. So if people know the group, that's great, but go back and find her personal training with the slides that she has to explain everything.
Yes, thank you for sharing. Thank you. Do what?
So I was saying Ninny was supposed to be on here. Ninny uses her as well and has followed it to the letter of the law. And it just kind of set her free too. It's just like you get the ball rolling and you sit back and
Right.
something I want to look into. I haven't, but yeah, they say to follow the recipe to the letter of the law. And yeah.
I have a buddy who uses it, and she has a huge business and swears by it. She told me she messaged me last week and asked me why the hell I wasn't doing this. She had 3 parties running, 2 were duds, and 1 was like a $1,800 party. So this is a numbers game too. Virtual parties are a numbers game. But yeah, this is a brilliant system. It has proven to work, tried and true. And there are several resources. The first resource is the Pure Business with Tiffany Ransom. That's available on YouTube. And hold off on the QR codes. I've got one with all of them. And then another resource, this may be what Marcia was talking about specifically, was her national training class. This is available on YouTube. So this walks through all the intimate details of the system. And then the grand resource is the actual party recipe. So she plays out her party in this group and explains why she's doing the things she's doing. It's brilliant, y'all. Here are QR codes to all 3 of those training and resources. Go ahead and snap this, guys. And if you're not in the Facebook group, if it doesn't sound like something you're into, still join the Facebook group and check it out. Give it a go. I know Lachey has considered or decided to implement. I think this is something I'm absolutely working on implementing. It's about a little bit of prep work, and then it's going to make everything so easy for you for virtual parties. And Tiffany is working on updating the posts in the Facebook group according to our new packaging, all the graphics, all the things, Marcia. So stay tuned for that too. I know she said she's going to update that. Okay. Your VIP group. So there are some really easy ways to invite ladies to your VIP group. And if you're stuck for what do I do today to work my business, I encourage you to grab a message just like this and go message 25 women from your Facebook friends list. Start with the Ashleys, pick a common name. Go for Lauren. Message all of your Laurens in a day while you're sitting on the toilet. Okay. You can do this really quickly. So you can see here, this is a really simple message. She responded to something on the story and then said she's got the conversation going. So then she said, maybe random, but I feel like you'd enjoy the energy of my VIP group. Feel free to check it out. If it's not for you, no big deal. Go ahead and give her the out. Okay. Don't back her in a corner and make her feel like she's got to do something. Give her the out. If she doesn't want to be there, guess what? I don't want her there. Right. And then of course, you're always going to include the link. Here's another invite you can send. Is really, really similar to what I send. Hi, Kirsten. I run a Facebook community where we share sexual wellness information, funnies, memes, party recipes, highlight products, do giveaways, and we even did a 30-day sex position challenge. Would you like to be included? So tell her what content is going to add value to her life, and then ask her if she wants in. Does that seem like something that everybody can you see yourself sharing that? I mean, does that feel pushy to y'all, or does that feel like real talk, one-on-one, me asking you if you want in on this awesome community? Can y'all see yourself sharing that? Okay, Julia, I was waiting for a nod from you. Okay, I saw your nod. Okay. I saw your nod. I just don't know if I believed it. I believe you now. Thank you very much. Julia's worried about being pushy, y'all, as if her loving, caring, tender heart and energy could be pushy. As if. Okay, moving on. Okay. So when you do have those new people joining your VIP group, and this is great, especially if you are saying hello to somebody that an existing member added. So if you didn't invite them, it's great to introduce yourself, right? So you can go, hey, Tammy, welcome to my Pure Romance VIP Lounge. Are you familiar with the Pure Romance experience and product line? And do y'all see how that's a name, statement, question, name, statement, question? Yeah. When she says yes, great. This group is a fun, safe, educational place to ask really private questions and get help from other smart, savvy women. And I'm always here to help. Any questions for me right out of the gate? We're ending on that question. We're calling her to the action of response by ending with the question, okay? And y'all, I mean, we're in the business of, y'all wouldn't believe the questions women have, and we'll just straight up ask a stranger with this intro. You wouldn't believe the shit that will come out of women's little topped finger mouths. And here is just just more verbiage after you answer our questions. Okay, here's a link to our product catalog and a list of the perks you can earn by having a girls' night. Are you interested in that? Again, end on a question there. No, you've not heard of Pure Romance. Oh, I'm so glad you found our group. We are the premier provider for all things intimacy related. Today, I switched that up to all things women wellness, right? Because we do way more than intimacy now. Lingerie, lotions, enhancement toys, and so much more. Think of this group like a sex ed class you wish you'd gotten when you were in high school. That speaks to most women, especially around these here parts, okay? Any immediate challenges I can help with. That gives her permission, again, to ask you those questions she may not feel comfortable asking anyone else in her life. And then again, do the catalog, tell her what she can do by getting a party, ask her if she's interested in it. Okay, the birthday messages. It looks like every single one of y'all said yes to birthday messages, so I'm really going to skim this. These are some examples of verbiage for the birthday message. Yeah, I think every single one of you said you do birthday messages. So, wow, we got some real VIPs up in the house. The way to go, ladies. I'm going to start because now I'm feeling really left out of this fun. So. More birthday message. Product testers. I love this. So I've had luck with product testers. I have luck when my verbiage is less formal. This is a guaranteed winner. I cannot test every Pure Romance product by myself. Wink emoji. Who wants to help me out? Every single woman wants to help you out, girl. Every single female wants to help you try some Pure Romance products. There's no implication here of price. So lots of ladies go to, test for free. And that gives you the right to hit the inbox. Okay. If you message 20 women about product testing and 3 of them reply and spend $100 with you, was that worth it? Hell yes. Hell yes. $300 in my pocket I didn't have before. Hella worth it. Very worth it, y'all. So this is great. And I want y'all to also keep your head wrapped around, you do not have to product test only when things launch. Okay. You can come back and product test existing products. I have sat on the uncovered because it just wasn't something I was really super ready to really be a focus for me talking about. I'm definitely coming back and asking for product testers for it because I'm loving it personally now. The lip pouting duo stuff, I have that in my back pocket when I don't know what to go live about. Your girl's going live and applying the lip plumper. Okay. You can ask for product testers at any time. It doesn't have to be just when the product comes out. All right. And then the private messaging for people who comment on your product tester post. Really, the private messaging for people who comment on any post that's designed to generate interest. You're not going to get anything if you don't message them. If you wait for them to message you, it is crickets. You will not hear from them, period. You just won't. You just won't. Again, this was about us putting the ball in our court and taking control of the sale. All right. Just like we control our shopping room, you control the messenger, the inbox that is the shopping cart for her. You got to message her. You've got to message her. So this is a great verbiage for the product tester. So now y'all officially have your next product tester verbiage. You're welcome. And then community groups. I do get I've gotten some incredible leads over the years from local community groups, people asking for intimacy related products, people asking for a service or a product that I satisfy. So I'm all over the scene in Knoxville, around town in Knoxville. I'm in all the Knoxville groups and I'm all over it. So if you're not in your local groups, the mom groups, fabulous, because y'all know how many of our products apply, for mother solutions. If you're not in the groups, this is something that's easy. And as most parts of Pure Romance, does. Like, this may add value to your life in other ways too. Find groups that interest you. Moms, if I was a mom, I'd be in all the mom support groups. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. So get in the groups that are women based. I know, like, I'm in a accountability group that I've been in for a few months for weight loss. And the admin messaged me and said, "Hey, I see you're losing. Go ahead and post what you're doing, share your link." What? Hell yeah. I was in the group, I was just in a group surrounded by women. So keep that in mind. And then one of my faves, because your girl loves to look fly, PR gear. Hello. And our new PR gear is off the chain. So if you've not checked it out, check it out. I didn't even know there were all these colors in these tees. Fabulous. PR gear is a tax write-off. It's comfortable, and it does have the opportunity to spark that conversation. What I love about especially this type of stuff, the business gear, is the reality of me using it keeps me focused in on my business. Okay. So I'm not going to ignore PR by BR if I'm using, if I'm going to Walmart shopping using my Pure Romance wallet, right? This keeps me focused on my business. And on the other, the other side of that coin, boundaries are important. Work when you work, don't work when you don't work. But I know when I was working, when I wasn't full-time, I had days where I didn't touch my business at all. And that was because I was avoiding my business, right? So this is nice to keep your business in front of your face. Again, it's tax write-off, and it's damn cute. It's freaking adorable. High quality products. Okay. I see your face, Ashley. I know that you're into the PR gear too, boo. Okay. Okay. My whole wardrobe's Pure Romance. There's no shame in my PR gear game. All right. So some more tips, y'all, from some of the leaders in the company. You're going to be surprised, but you may have heard all these before. It is the same stuff that we know that we should have been doing, like Julia said earlier. The first one is about the haters, those people who don't only say no, but they're assholes, right? The people who tell you you're doing the devil's work. She needs an orgasm worse than anyone. We know that, okay? We know that. Have thick skin, guys. The people who aren't going to support your business, pray for her. Don't say I'll pray for you, but you can think it. You can think about the face you want to give her, right? Smile and tell her opinion's heard and respected and move on. There are always going to be haters for everything in the world. You know that the work you're doing is a service, right? We all know that we're doing a service, right? Yeah, I know that I'm helping women live their best lives. So if you get toiled down by the haters, go back to your why. Remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing, and then just pray for Teresa that evening. Man, I hope homegirl sits on the faucet a little too long and gets off because she needs some help or whatever. That was ugly. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. Move past the haters. That is just another no, and that no just gets you one step closer to a yes. Because again, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Confidence. If you don't believe it, she won't either. If you're talking to her at the grocery store, and when you go for the Pure Romance ask, your shoulders shrug in and your face turns down and your voice gets lower. If you don't believe it, she is definitely not going to believe it. So you can fake it. I'm giving you permission right now. I don't need you to feel like you're definitely going to get a yes, but you can fake that. Okay. Fake it till you make it, y'all. That's exactly what I did. I'm not going to lie. Like, in this business, I decided the only way I could figure out if it was going to work is by asking. I was a naysayer. I've been a naysayer. I've not always been a vehement believer. But if you fake it and it works, guess what? That turns that fake to real fast. Okay. So I'm just saying, fake it. I give you permission. Consistency. So the consistency in the ask, the consistency in building the connections, the consistency in reaching out, sending those messages, doing the 555, hitting your 321, all of these incredible resources. If you're consistent with them, it will work. Just like AA, y'all, it works when you work it. Okay. It works when you work it. This may not be 12 steps. Ours are like 3. So you're welcome, because that's like even simpler. So it works when you work it. And then finally, this is another, when you're getting discouraged, something to remember. We're not in a sprint, y'all, and it's really not even a race, because we're never hitting the finish line, right? We're in a marathon with no ending line. We are here for the long haul. We are here for the woman who says not right now, but says yes in 2 years and becomes your best client. We're here for that. So a no is always a not right now. But you have, you're one step closer to a yes, and you're one step closer to a yes with that individual woman. Okay. The average consumer needs to be touched 12 times before she purchases. All right. That blows my mind every time I think about it. 12 touches before a purchase. So Julia, for you, who I can hear you saying, well, I asked her once 3 months ago and she said no, so I'm never going to bother her again. Okay. Let's reevaluate. You think maybe her life has changed in the last 3 months, 6 months, year? It has. Her life has changed, undoubtedly. Her mindset may have changed. She may have different needs. She may have different desires. She may have a different use for the services you offer. Do your ask, honey. But your only job is to ask. Do your ask until she asks you to leave her the hell alone. That's when I back off, is when someone says, hey, I don't want to hear from you anymore. Heard. Unsubscribe. Check. Got it. Enjoy your life, Polly. Whatever. That's fine. Gets me one step closer to the yes girl. So yeah. Okay. So we have covered leads versus prospects versus clients. We've thought about how to jog our memory to add to that lead prospect client list. We've talked about ways to reach out to our leads, what to say to our leads, and then outside the box ways to attract business. So I hope that this has been beneficial for y'all. And even those of you guys who saw some of this with Live Alive, I hope you got maybe something different out of it. And yeah, any questions? Anybody have any questions about any of that? And then, sorry, go ahead.
So I've never even heard of Tiffany Ransom. So
oh my God,
where did you guys?
It is Tiffany.
Find her.
Let me just go back to that QR code really fast.
Well, I took a picture of the QR code.
You to the
So
group.
that's all I need.
Somebody invite Ashley Howard and go ahead and invite Trisha McCarter to the Facebook group. But on the Pure Romance YouTube, if you type in Tiffany Ransom, her name is Tiffanie, and then Ransom with an E on the end, Ransome. Cindy's put it in the chat there. Type that in Pure Romance YouTube, and you're gonna see her. You're gonna see homegirl. She is brilliant. It's an incredible system. And if that's your only takeaway, y'all, you're welcome for the business, because it works. It works. Thank you, Ashley. And if somebody does have that QR code, if you would like to pop it into the group, that would be great too. Then people who weren't with us maybe are curious enough to scan the code. Okay, did I miss any other questions?
Lachey has her hand up, but I don't know if
That's been a while.
It's been a while, so I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know.
The name thing I see in the comment, yes, Lachey be using the first names. What a sponge you are. I love how teachable you are, Lachey. Well, ladies, I hope that is helpful. Like I said, any questions that come up after the fact, feel free to reach out to me directly. I'm here to help. And definitely tune in, plug into those resources available. I don't know how to get them down either, Lachey, so you're good. You're good. All of that verbiage, all those scripts are available on the training page. The easiest way to get there is the QR code. So thank you, guys.
Thank you, Beth Ray. Was that not amazing? Right? Oh, I mean, obviously, God, sorry, just something fell right off my desk. Amazing information from corporate, but thank you for delivering it to us in such a always delightful, but passionate way. I know that this type of networking and stuff for you is really near and dear to your heart. So thank you. It's great information, and glad we're recording it. We can go back and get that. We've got other classes from Level Live, so hang on, ladies, because we're just gonna throw some shit your way. Okay. And I've got my plumper right here. So
I
yeah.
was gonna say, are you plumping?
It wouldn't let me
Oh.
invite you, Ashley.
Oh.
Just now. But I can
Oh,
Can you
screenshot it.
Can you request to join?
Yeah, I said I can screenshot it and then she can find the group.
Yeah,
And just send it
yeah.
to her because it
Mhm.
wouldn't let me invite her. I don't know. Her name just wouldn't come up. So
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's already invited then.
Yeah.
I was like, when I found it, I invited everybody. Of course, that gets that trickles down in our notifications pretty quickly and easily. I'll send you the link right now, Ashley and Trisha.
Okay.
Lachey, keep that plumper in your back pocket and go live and use it just like I'm gonna.
All right. Y'all ready to do some recognition?
Yes.
I just want to do a shout out to Christina, who is sitting there, and I know she's sick as a dog and she's taken it all in. So
Oh,
I'm feeling your pain, not literally, but I'm empathizing over here going, ugh. So okay. I'm going to share my screen. Go Vols. What is that about?
GBO.
Okay. Nope, this should be, I have the wrong one. Hold on. I saved it with February. This makes me nervous. Oh,
You've got this. You're gonna find it.
right. Okay. So I did it on my MacBook, and y'all give me just a second.
Okay.
But and it mirrors my iMac, but it's not. Just to play it safe. Just to play it safe. So weird. All right, I'm gonna delete this one. Oh, the world of technology. Uh, seriously? Okay.
My phone says it's on silent and it's still ringing, you guys.
It's probably a new setting or something. Maybe you have to learn for it. And it's got to be frustrating. All right. Well, I'll be a monkey's effing uncle if I didn't change that to February. We're just going to keep going.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Goldie. Yay! I was saying earlier, there were a few of us on the call that Goldie is a year old this month. We created her a year ago.
I love it.
Yay. So
Freaking adorable.
I think everybody on here is familiar with Goldie. So how you doing, Boo Boo? There's Ashley.
girl.
Now I saw Boo Boo, I'll be thinking about that. Yeah, no, this I changed to 2022. This is making me nervous. Yep. Hold on, guys. This is
Okay.
crazy. Absolutely knucking futs.
I lost a document this in January myself.
No,
Oh,
it's
the
just on-
technology.
This is literally on my desktop today and did it.
I know you did it. I know when you did it. You go pee, Nicole. You do it.
All right, I just want you to see this shit. I may have to log in.
That's right, Trisha.
Can y'all
Is
see
that-
that? Welcome, February. Like it is on my.
Oh, yeah, just jump on that Zoom. That should work.
Jump
Huh.
on what Zoom? I
I
can't.
mean,
I'm
jump on
in-
Zoom on your laptop.
I can't Zoom from the same account. Hold on.
Are you sure? Yeah, you can.
I can.
Yep.
All right, let's try it.
Yeah, I did it yesterday. I was on my phone and then switched to computer and I was on both for a moment.
I feel like I'm having an out of body experience. And it's not as delightful as I would have hoped.
I was thinking earlier today, between the adventure and Pure 21 and Uncovered, I'm like a freaking angel out here floating around on these streets. There's just, I can't believe all the happiness. Cindy Faulkner is now the host.
Ew, say that.
Yeah, David.